Hi, this is Andy Lopez, Invisible Gardener. Let me tell you a story. So, a recent study published by the Department of Agriculture says that there is no difference between organically grown foods and chemically grown foods. That it doesn't mention a few other things. I would say like chemical pollution and so forth. But I was just going to stick to the aspect of carbohydrates. And so, in today's podcast, I would tell you what I know to be truthful, and what I know to be hype. I've been in the soil health business since 1972. Been involved with healing trees, roses, things that grow. So stay to the end, where I will reveal to you the hidden truth no one is talking about. And I will tell you how you can do your part to correct it. So let's get started. First, let me start with me telling you about these podcasts that tell you what foods to eat and to heal yourself, to get protein and much more. All good, and I watch them all myself. But here's what they're not saying, perhaps on purpose or perhaps not knowing this. Remember, this information I have come to realize over 56 years of direct experience. So let me just say it. There is a big difference between chemically grown and organically grown food. And I will also tell one more thing which won't make any sense the first time you read it. And it's this: not all organic food is grown the correct way. And I'll explain that to you too. But first, let's go back to why I say there's no difference between chemically grown and organically grown food. Let me tell you a few things. In reference to the tests and studies done, I have a few things to say. I've been reading studies since the early 70s. Regarding a study regularly a study will come out, whether from private sources, follow the money, or from the government sources. Some say that there is no difference, while others say there is. The ones that say no difference have a major flaw in their procedure. First, a lot of these studies were not done by farmers themselves, let alone organic farmers. They were done by researchers who looked at other studies and arrived at conclusions. A lot of the studies weren't done by farmers. So let me explain that. So the study says no difference between the two, right? So what do the researchers do? They set up 3 lots right next to each other. Let's say corn that they were growing. So they split up the seeds equally among the 3 plots. Plot A was organic, plot B was neutral, and plot C was chemical. Thank heaven the 2 plots were together, the chemical one and the organic one. That just wouldn't work out. So returning to the study, the researchers decided to give each plot the same amount of water. Each plot was fertilized accordingly, and the center plot received nothing but water. They concluded that 2 plots, organic and the chemical one, had the same mineral content. Okay, so problem number 1 with that. I would buy organic heirloom seeds from the organic plot and regular seeds for the local from the nursery for the chemical plot. There is a big difference right there, and I could tell you a whole podcast just on that. Problem number two, not being a real organic farmer, they did not amend the soil with a living compost, rich in soil biology, trace minerals, etc., not even mulched. That makes a big difference. Problem number 3, the organic plot should get the proper organic fertilization, which any real organic farmer can do. Now I would say test for the results. If you go through all this, there are plenty of organically grown produce out there that are absolutely amazing, and you can tell. I'll tell you a little bit more about the taste test and the refractometer. So I don't believe in surveys. Use your head, learn how to be a true organic farmer. Okay, so now we come to the hidden truths. This one we heard once. You realize that the impact it is having. You will not have pests and diseases if your soil is alive and healthy. Mother Nature has systems that control pests and diseases. There are many things that kill off the soil biology, right? I cover as much as I can, and on a regular basis I speak about it to everyone listening. So check out my YouTube channel for more information. Okay, here's the hidden truth. Unless you have a whole property water filter or your own water source, city water damages the soil biology to the point that there are fewer and fewer essential microorganisms needed for proper assimilation of vitamins and minerals. Soil biology makes the nutrients and then passes them onto the plants through the root hairs. So even if you were an organic farmer but did not have filtered water, your crop would be deficient in these trace minerals. A lot depends on the farmer, right, and how much organic gardening experience that person has. This includes the constant application and rotation of soil care basics like composting, applying trace minerals, using sources like rock dust. You have to, knowing what organic fertilizer is the best to apply, and so far will make a difference. It will determine by just how rich your soil is under the normal conditions. That alone will deplete. If you keep farming without adding these things, you're going to deplete the soil of its trace minerals. It's called soil depletion. But if you know what you're doing, the soil will increase in mineral content and increase in soil biology, and therefore have zero pests and zero diseases. That's the way it works. So you too, as a consumer, must investigate where you get your food from. Use a refractometer to test your food for minerals. Know your farmer. Grow yourself. So please follow me on YouTube if you want to know more. A new online shop is coming. If you want a free ebook, it's called Don't Panic, It's Organic. Just go to my website, sign up for my newsletter. Soon afterwards, you will get a first newsletter. Click on the email button that says newsletter, and you'll get it. I'll send you via that return email the ebook. So coming every Saturdays 9 to 1. I'm looking forward to do my live streaming. Bye now. Happy growing organically. Of course, Andy Lopez, Invisible Gardener. Bye now.